You can start learning any language right away without grammar, only by listening and reading along. I'm going to prove my point within 5 minutes. And by the end of this video, you will be able to read and understand an easy German text, although German is one of the most messed up languages out there. Just give me 4 minutes and 44 seconds to address the most basic elements you need to know before you can start learning your new language. Und los geht's! Let's take a closer look at a simple German text. I'm going to start with the nouns. German nouns are very easy to identify because they always start with a capital letter. Could it be any easier? For a native English speaker, most of these nouns are not hard to translate. Looking at some of those, you can easily see that English and German share the same roots. Then there are plenty of words that we kind of borrowed from the English language. Makes sense, right? So what else we got? There are words that have their origin in ancient Greek or Latin. You can find them in most European languages, so the meaning of those is pretty obvious to everyone. Then there are some more easy words. Their meaning is pretty obvious as well. If you have seen Rob Watts, alias Rob Words, excellent video How to Read German Without Knowing German, you already know how to identify the meaning of many German words only by swapping some consonants. Following his tips, I exchanged some consonants for some words in my text, and they should look pretty familiar now. So far, we shed some light on many words already, but we left out some important ones, which are not optional but essential to know. First of all, there are the pronouns. Ich, du, er, sie, es, wir, ihr and sie. In this text, only 2 of them are used. Ich and sie. So for now, we will just forget about the other ones. There's another important group of words we left out so far. Verbs, also known as action words. Now for the good news. You really only need to know 3 verbs. Haben, sein and werden. The bad news, they can be confusing at times, depending on the context, because they are used in many different ways. Most importantly, they are used in order to create the different tenses for all other verbs. And werden is also used in order to build the passive tense in German. It doesn't help that they conjugate and that the conjugation differs depending on the tense. But for the purpose of this video, let's completely ignore it. So for now, you really only need to know that all those different complicated forms exist. You need to be aware of them, but you don't actually need to learn them, because they will come to you naturally if you listen and read. Now I'm going to highlight all forms of sein, haben and werden, starting with sein, to be. By far the most prominent form of sein in our text is this word, ist. It's not hard to guess what it means. But there's another one, bin. Ich bin, which means I am. Next we have 2 forms of haben. Sie hat Talent, she has talent. Ich habe Hunger. Literally, I have hunger. English teachers wouldn't approve, but you get the idea. Finally, werden. Meine Jeans wird zu eng. My jeans are getting too tight, which is not the trousers' fault, by the way. The next werden is used in order to build the future tense of beginnen. Ich werde beginnen. I will begin. When? Tomorrow. Now, only a few words are left unspoken. There are some possessive pronouns that indicate ownership. Some are very easy to guess. Meine Cousine, my girl cousin. Then there are some more verbs. Spielen, to play. Bewegen, to move. Essen, to eat. Isst, he eats. Sitzen, to sit. Finally, ich sollte, I should. One more important word to close with. Nicht. means not. Now look at that, not even 5 minutes and I'm already done. And now you should be able to understand most of the text. First, I will read the text out loud and you can read along, but without any translation. Don't worry about the words that you don't understand yet, just ignore them. Und los geht's! Das ist Jeanette, meine Cousine. Ihr Hobby ist Ballett und Tanz. Sie hat viel Talent. Sie spielt auch Volleyball und sie ist total fit. Ich bin es nicht. Ich sitze zu oft am Computer und die Finger meiner Hand bewegen im Moment nur meine Maus. So ist die moderne Zivilisation. Das ist der Zeitgeist. Ich habe immer Hunger und ich esse zu viel Schokolade. Meine Jeans wird zu eng. Mein T-Shirt auch. Mein Vater isst gerne Sauerkraut. Ich esse nur Fast Food. Zu viel Fast Food ist nicht ideal für meine Gesundheit. Ich sollte Sport machen. Ich sollte joggen. Ich werde damit gleich morgen beginnen. So how did it go for you? How much could you understand? Some phrases? Half the text? Or even most of the text? How many words did you have to guess? Let me know in the comments. Now I'm going to read the same text once again, but this time you can read the translation on the screen, so you will know what you guessed right and what you got wrong. Das ist Jeanette, meine Cousine. Ihr Hobby ist Ballett und Tanz. Sie hat viel Talent. Sie spielt auch Volleyball und sie ist total fit. Ich bin es nicht. Ich sitze zu oft am Computer und die Finger meiner Hand bewegen im Moment nur meine Maus. So ist die moderne Zivilisation. Das ist der Zeitgeist. Ich habe immer Hunger und ich esse zu viel Schokolade. Meine Jeans wird zu eng. Mein T-Shirt auch. Mein Vater isst gerne Sauerkraut. Ich esse nur Fast Food. Zu viel Fast Food ist nicht ideal für meine Gesundheit. Ich sollte Sport machen. Ich sollte joggen. Ich werde damit gleich morgen beginnen. Now for the ultimate challenge. Rewind and listen again, but don't look at the screen at all. Can you still understand the words if you only listen? If this approach worked for you, you can apply the same principles to any language really. If you're interested in learning German, then stay with me. This was only the first part of a continuing series of German stories, using mostly familiar and easy words, gradually pushing the limits. For the next episode, click here. See you then. Bye und auf Wiedersehen.